Nets Nation, it's your boy AJ. It's Nets News. Hashtag we go hard. Make sure you hit that like button and support the channel. Support Nets Nation. And hit that notification. Join the Noti gang so you don't miss any breaking news. And follow me on Instagram at Nets Kingdom 711. Hit me up on there. Follow me on Instagram. So Nets Nation, we have some news here. Not much news tonight, but it's anything. We just blew a team out by 49, so I haven't been dropping any videos because there's not really much to talk about after you blow a team out by 49 or 40, whatever it was. But so the news. Well, let me break down what the news first here. Jeff Green did an interview. Well, first off, James Harden and Jeff Green are out. They're ruled out for game 3 tomorrow. And Jeff Green did an interview talking about how he's progressing and rehabbing through his plantar fascia. And I'm gonna play a clip for you guys.
Of course.
Yeah, things have been great. Progressing well. Feeling good. It's been a slow process, but I'm getting better day by day, and hopefully, maybe game 4 or after that, I don't know. We got to see, how it feels in the next couple of days, to get back out there on the court. I'm able to run. I got to get used to the planning and the certain movements as far as cutting, the way I play. So, that comes with, just repetition of, getting comfortable with that.
Yeah, so it's just good to see that Jeff is back in good spirits. Like I said, as you guys heard, he can run fine, but cutting has been slower to come back. He described it as feeling like a badly sprained ankle on the bottom of your foot. Then he said he'd been playing through his foot strain all season. It just got re-aggravated in game 2 after he landed awkwardly. So wow, that's crazy news because we didn't know that Jeff's been dealing with this all season. Cause you watch the season, he's been dunking on. He's been playing great. I mean, you look at his stats, he's been shooting amazing from 3 and just dunking on everybody. So we didn't. It's hard to tell that he's even been injured or have been dealing with this foot strain the whole season because of how he's been playing. So it just that kind of surprised me. But again, hopefully we'll definitely see Jeff Green. I believe he'll come back either game 5, game 4. I think that's when Jeff will come back. Again, if we're up 3-0, maybe we don't even need to bring Jeff back. Let's say we win tomorrow. I don't even think we need to bring Jeff or Harden back in that case if we win tomorrow. But again, if we lose tomorrow, then that changes things. So it's just good to hear Jeff Green's voice and that he's actually doing well. And he's, like he said, this isn't nothing new for him. This foot strain is new for him because he's been dealing with it all season. As far as Harden goes, it says Harden is progressing well. But again, don't expect to see Harden anytime soon. By game 4, it'll be 7 days that Harden has been out. So I think, like I said, game 5, game 6, game 7, I say if it gets to that point, then maybe start to expect Harden to come back. He's got to get ramped up first, and then he's gonna come back. So I think game 5, game 6, game 7, if it gets to that point with the Milwaukee Bucks, that's the time period where we'll start hearing the rumblings of Harden coming back. But then let me get back to the breaking news of this video. The main news, the title of the video, Mike Dantoni seen as head coaching candidate for Blazers, Celtics, Magic. So let me read what Nets Daily has here. It says, the Nets as an organization assume that there will be a market for at least 3 of their assistant coaches, Mike Dantoni, Jacques Vaughn, and Ime Udoka. Just last year, all 3 candidates had open Pacers head coaching job. And it says here, D'Antoni, of course, has been a head coach in Denver, Phoenix, New York, Los Angeles, and Houston. That has had a 718 to 555 coaching record, getting to the Western Conference Finals 3 times. He's also been the assistant head coach for Team USA. The question is whether D'Antoni, now 70, would want to start over in a small market like Portland, Orlando, or Indiana, which is likely to part ways with Nick. I think Pacers just fired their coach. Boston might be more appealing, but it's also but it's also likely to be the most attractive of openings. And then it says here the Nets are unlikely to stand in this way. Sean Marks may not have been happy to lose Trajan Langdon, his assistant GM, to New Orleans and the Pelicans GM job, but was happy to see him advance and succeed. Now he might have to let Mike Dantoni go and have his own team. So again, wow, this is big news. Mike Dantoni might leave. It says here that I think the Nets will let him interview after this season. Yeah, I think after the season they're going to let him interview. Again, the Blazers have an opening head coaching job. The Celtics have an opening head coaching job. The Magic and the Pacers. I think the Pacers just fired their coach, if I'm not mistaken. But wow, so, and people don't understand, like, this whole offense that you see the Nets run, the cutting, the spacing, the small ball, the threes, this is all Mike D'Antoni's offensive genius, you know what I'm saying? And I know we've criticized Mike Dantoni because he hasn't really got his teams to the top of the hill, got an NBA championship, and usually his teams don't play any defense. You know they call him Mike Antoni. You got to leave out the D in his name, but Mike D'Antoni's offense, he's an offensive genius. You got to give him that credit. Like, a lot of his teams have broken offensive records, you know what I'm saying, scored like crazy amount of points. You think about the Phoenix Suns team that Nash was on, that he coached, one of the best offensive teams in NBA history. Again, the Rockets team with Harden, one of the best offensive teams in NBA history. His offense, when it comes to offense, Mike D'Antoni got it. Like I said, he's a genius, but it's the defensive part that really is his weakness. You know, that is where he needs help in. But as far as him goes, like this Nets offense you guys seen, like, it's all Mike Dantoni. It's his system. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure Steve Nash puts his little 5 cents here and there, but it's all Mike D'Antoni's system. That's why I knew as soon as James Harden came to the team, I realized, like, this was Mike D'Antoni's system, because James Harden came to the team and literally was running plays like he just, you know what I'm saying? Like, he never left, you know what I'm saying? Like, he never just, came to a whole new city. And it's just so crazy how James Harden just knew every play in the playbook. So that's how I knew, because, obviously Mike D'Antoni coached him in Houston for like 7 or whatever, how long it was. But again, what do you guys feel about Mike Dantoni? Do you think that the Nets will struggle if Mike Dantoni, even Jacques Vaughn might leave? If Mike Dantoni and Jacques Vaughn they're really the core of the Nets, of Steve Nash's coaching staff, you know what I'm saying? He relies a lot on Mike Dantoni. Again, Mike Dantoni coaches the offense, Jacques Vaughn coaches the defense. So he relies a lot on these guys. So how do you guys feel if they both leave? You know what I'm saying? I could see Mike Dantoni leaving to if he were to leave, I think he would probably take that Celtics job. That Celtics or Blazers job. I feel like he would love to have Dame on his team. But the Celtics job is probably the most alluring job. You get Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And I've heard there's been talks of Kemba being traded, but still, like, Tatum and Jaylen Brown, having those two guys so young, basically young superstars and upcoming superstars, like, that's probably the most alluring job. So if I was Mike Dantoni, I know he's old, he's 70 years old, maybe he doesn't even want to coach no more, but if he still wants to coach, then I think he probably will leave for that Boston job. And again, you got Jacques Vaughn. Jacques Vaughn is a decently young guy. He might leave. He coaches our defense. He might probably take a head coach. I could see him definitely leaving after this season. And Ime Udoka, he could leave too. So again, those are the most 3 important assistant coaches to Steve Nash. So how do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about these guys possibly leaving. Will you guys be worried? I mean, could Steve Nash find other people to help him out next year when the Nets in the next year, the 2022 Nets? How do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments. It's your boy AJ. It's Nets News. Let's get this Game 3 win. Let's get it. I'm out.